everyone, and welcome to our very first video for human biology. This video, we're just going to go through pretty much your homepage, how to access everything, as well as your introductory course module. I just really want to make sure that we're all on the same page. So let's get started. What can we access from our homepage? Well, let's start with our content first. So when you log in, this is what you guys are going to see. We're going to ignore this huge list of things you need to do. That is your to-do list. It's a list of all the assignments that are upcoming for this class, but I'll show you guys a few other places on where to access it. So the very first thing you guys are going to see is in the center a link to all of the different content aspects. The very first thing you guys are going to want to work on is your introductory course module. So when you click this, it's going to take you to our first course module. I'm not going to go through each page, that's going to be your job, but what I want to do is kind of highlight what these are, and then the important thing is what you need to do in order to get access to the actual content. So your very first little heading here is going to be going through college resources and information. And the reason I put this up here is that things happen during the semester, and I wanted to make sure you guys had easy access to these campus-wide assistance that we have, whether it is how do I see a doctor, I need food assistance, I need housing assistance, I need financial aid. This is going to link you to the place where you can contact individuals on how to get help in any of those areas. Now, we are an asynchronous online class, which means we are on the computer all the time. Things are going to break at the worst possible time. Things are going to happen that you're not quite sure how to fix. Now, I'm rather tech savvy, but I'm not super tech savvy. So this is a really great place to go to try to troubleshoot yourself. Email me and I can see if I can help. And then I'll show you another place when we get to our sort of sidebar tour on how to access help, especially with Canvas. Right here is the links to the videos that you're watching or will be watching. If you're watching these from my website, this is a way to access them again later if you're not quite sure where something is, etc., etc. Now this section is super duper important. This is going to go through course norms, etc., etc. So the very first link is going to tell you our communication plan. So expectations on timelines. When you email me, how long should you expect a response? How should you format that email? When are my office hours, etc., etc. This one is going to go through our proctoring service, which is Respondus Lockdown Browser. We will not be using a webcam. We're just going to lock down the browser. So it's going to go through what that is, how it works, and most importantly, how you're going to go about installing it if you don't already have Respondus Lockdown Browser on your computer. If you do already have this particular proctoring service, go ahead and make sure that it's updated, but we really want to get this updated, downloaded as soon as we can, because we do not want to have issues as we approach the exam. So like the week of your exam, you want to make sure it's updated and everything is working. This again is a general ed science course, but it's also a prerequisite to the LVN program. So it's a little bit more difficult than a traditional general education science course. So a lot of you may not be super science savvy, and that's okay. We'll still get through this class together. So I made this page here to go through my personal tips and tricks on how to tackle difficult content, how to learn it, and how to master it. So if you're finding it a little bit difficult, please make sure you use some of these strategies here. For some of you, this might be the first time you utilize an online textbook. So I've gone through how to use our OpenStax textbook. Now, one thing about the textbook, I do not require reading out of it from my class. In all of my classes, the textbooks are mainly there for additional resources. So if you're going through the lectures and maybe you've gone through the Wikipedia pages and you're still having some trouble with the content, you'll be able to go to the textbook and find that specific area within the textbook, and that will hopefully help you with your understanding. Now, we're going to go through this in the next video when we go through our modules, but each chapter is going to have a series of resources in them, PDFs, outlines, etc. This is going to tell you exactly what you'll find with each chapter and how I'd like you to use it. And then you have your first and probably only reading assignment, which is just to give you a little introduction into what human biology is. Now, lastly, we have a series of assignments here. So the first one we have is our welcome discussion. As we are asynchronous, I'd like to get to know you guys a little bit and you to get to know each other. So I want you guys to post in your welcome discussion. There's a little prompt there for you guys. I do want you guys to remember we are in an online class, so please refrain from putting a lot of identifying markers like the exact place you live or a lot of extracurriculars you do, just to be safe, okay? The next thing we have is the syllabus quiz. Now, the syllabus quiz is really important. It's 15 points, and if you don't complete the syllabus quiz, you don't get access to our extra credit assignment that I'll be going through in just a minute. So please make sure you get this done by the due date. Now, if you're watching this in a different semester, this due date's going to look a little bit different, so please refer to your lecture schedule. Now, finally, we have our lockdown browser quiz. This is what you're actually going to click on to get to install lockdown browser. Again, all of the information on how to do that is here. You guys have until the 10th to complete it. Now, how do we get to our content? Here's how. See these little check boxes. Anything that says mark done anywhere in this class, which is pretty much all the rest of the modules, you're going to want to click the checkbox. This is there, not to gatekeep you, but to help you keep track of where you are, because the likelihood that you sit down and complete all of this in one sitting is probably pretty low. So this will let you know what you have and have not completed. Everything is just mark that you did it or mark that you watched it, except for one item. The welcome discussion you need to contribute to. And I have the lockdown browser here. It says submit. That is not a requirement to get to your content, okay? So the only assignment that you have to complete before you get access to our Unit 1 content is that welcome discussion, okay? So that's it for our first module. So after you guys get through these videos, please complete this. Ideally, complete it before the first day of class. Now, what else can we find here? The next thing you're going to find is information for our extra credit assignment. Going to a tutor is often a very difficult thing for students to do because there's some shame involved. There is, I don't know enough. I don't have a specific question. Don't mind any of that. I really want you guys to engage with our tutors. They have taken this class with me or with other instructors. They might have taken anatomy or physiology. They are amazing people. And I really want you guys to get to know them and see just how helpful making a weekly tutoring session can really help improve your grades. So to help you with that, I give students 10 points for every tutoring session they go to, up to 4. Okay, so you can get up to 40 points of extra credit. All you have to do is after your tutoring session, click on, so if you do your first tutoring session, you click debrief 1, your second, 2, etc., etc. And I just ask you a few questions like, who did you meet with? What did you go over? How do you feel? It's the easiest 40 points you'll ever get, okay? And I even have a link right here to get you to our tutoring appointments. Now, what you're thinking is this is an asynchronous online class. I'm not on campus. Maybe I don't even live in Reading. That's okay. We have Zoom appointments, and that's how I'd love for you guys to engage with our tutors. If you also happen to be coming to campus and want to meet with them in person, that's also great too. But I do recognize that most of your meetings are going to be done online, and we have some amazing tutors to help with that. Now, what you guys are going to find in our discussion of communication is a discussion of Padlet. So Padlet is the place I want you guys to post general questions, things about how the course runs. Where can I find this? When is this due? I don't understand mitosis. Can you please explain this aspect of the muscle contraction cycle? This is where I want you guys to post that. You can make it anonymous, or you can log in and it'll say who you are, or you can put your name at the end. But it's really simple. All you do is click this little plus sign here, and it'll have you say, what is the topic? And let's write something together. Testing, here is a post to get you all posting too. Let's see. And you're going to click publish. You can add attachments, links. Maybe you found a great video that really helped you with something. Post that here to help everyone out. Click publish, And there it is. And you can comment with other students. I can come on and comment. This is a really great way to engage with each other. Now, we have 5 units in this class, and each unit is accessible a couple of different ways. First and foremost, you can go to just the unit here and click the unit module, and it'll take you right to that unit 1 module. Now, the other way to do this is to actually click on modules over here. I don't recommend that because you're going to have to scroll and scroll and scroll. This will take you right to that module. Another thing I have here, just to kind of help you guys out so you don't have to click 16 times to get to something, is all of the assignments that are due within that module are linked here as well. So if you need to click on your syllabus quiz, it's right here. You need to work on your second chapter quiz, it's right here. You don't have to go down and find it here or click anywhere else, or it's in the module as well, but this is a really easy way to get to your assignments. Now, the last thing I want to talk about are all these things over here. So again, things you have access to include our course Quizlet. I have Quizlets made for every single chapter for you guys to work on. This is where you guys will find discussion boards. Some of your weekly activities are discussion boards. So again, you can either access them here, or an easier way is through here. Obviously, grades is a really important one. You guys will be clicking frequently, modules, and then access to our syllabus. So the syllabus is digital. When you click on it, it'll take you to a sort of generalized, easy to access syllabus. So if you have questions about how things are graded or what the lecture schedule or structure is, you can click it there, or you can just download a copy of the actual syllabus itself and peruse it. It's a really long document. I would recommend utilizing these links. Now, the other things I want to show you guys are 2. First, well, 3. We have our calendar. So if we click on the calendar, it is going to show you all, let me leave student view. It'll show you all of the assignments, etc., that you have for all of your classes. Excuse me. So let's go into February and click on human. Oh, wrong human. There we go. So we should start to see it populate all of the assignments. This is for all of my classes. So you can come in and check out what's going on in January and what's going on in February. Okay, that's a good overview of what's going on, not just with our class, but with all of your online classes. If you need to get a hold of me, you are welcome to log into your school email, shoot me an email from there, or you can just email me through Canvas. It goes directly to my email and it goes right back to your Canvas inbox when I email you back. This is usually the easiest way for students to email me. Now, something has gone wrong and you don't know what to do. Please click this help button here. You can chat with Canvas support. You can go to a support center. You can see lots of interesting things that are happening regarding Canvas, okay? This is the best place to go. If this is your very first online class, you've never used Canvas before, I highly recommend enrolling in the self-paced Canvas module that is usually seen when you log into Canvas. It's a course that our IT has developed, and it will run you through how Canvas works, where all the things are, so you can be a little bit more confident in your ability to get through the class. With that, I have one final remark. When we're talking about our tutors, they are not just for content. If it's the second week of class and we're starting our first week of class and we're starting our tutoring sessions, the tutors are available, and you're just like, I have no idea how to do Canvas, make an appointment. They can run you through it. Even though they may not have had this exact class, they know how Canvas works, and they can at least get you to understand the basics of it so you can feel more confident. All right, guys, with that, I'm going to leave you here, and I'll see you in our next video when we go through our lecture content modules. Bye.